Greetings, beautiful soul, and welcome to Home Sweet Home, or should I say Heavenly Home Sweet Home platforms. Okay, so most of you guys probably follow me on my Master Tatiana numbered for your health, happiness, and peace. This is where I share all about numbers. I talk about it from your numerology perspective, from the life path, through different frequencies that this life path will transform as we are going on with our life, right? So now I decided to create a separate platform where I can talk about pure chi, the power of chi entering into your dwelling. Yes, your home. Okay, your home is where you should be able to feel at peace. You should be able to feel recharged, rejuvenated, and healed, right? Your home is where you should be creating abundance, my friends. And if you're not creating abundance and you find yourself ill, there is so many things that may be leading to that. And it's where? You want to guess where? In your home. Okay? So I think it's important for us to understand, how can I design my home to be able to feel what the home is speaking to me about, right? Because the home is talking to you. The moment that you purchased this home, you may fell in love with this home by the design of the home, right? But maybe even the design of the home was not in alignment to what you wanted to have it for. There's many ways that we can reconstruct the energy of the home to align to what it is that we need it for, right? So we have to be very honest. The way the homes are constructed now, they are not with the awareness or the consideration of traditional FengShui or energy structure, right? So now it's just like, just put a home right there, put a home right there, and put a home right there. It does not matter if this was holy ground, or this home right here was just so full of heavy energy and we just created a home there, right? So guess what? Good news, my friends, is that everything is vibration, everything is energy, right? And so once we have this awareness, we have the ability to redirect and redesign the way we need things to be, right? There's going to be many experts here that are going to share and say, this shouldn't be here, that shouldn't be there, right? So I think it comes to a point, right, where we need to sit down with ourselves and really allow ourselves to see, how are we allowing ourselves to be in tune with the home, right? So we now many of us live in highly concentrated communities, right? And it's very overwhelming, and it's taking a toll on our nervous system, resulting in us having a lot of energetic constipation. I'll call it. That's how I call it. I call it energetic constipation. And we're experiencing a lot of numbness. And as a result of that, we are not able to feel that the house is speaking to you through the elements of nature, okay? And if we understand that, if we can, I would say, sensitize ourselves, we can be able to manage how energy is flowing, and notice when the energy is pushing in too quickly and is not allowing us to be in our creative and in our highest potential, right? So sometimes energy can rush too quickly through your home. Chi energy can rush so quickly that you don't even have time to like really digest a lot of things. But there's ways to also, if we follow the elements of nature, if we follow the flow of water, right, we will be able to learn how to slow it down like the turtle, right? Know how to move forward like the turtle, okay? So if we respect nature, nature will show you abundance. It will show you what it's full of. This is abundance, guys. This is abundance. So why are we not having so much abundance? Now, let me share something that I recently learned from someone, and I love the way they articulated this, and I said I'm going to share it with you guys here. So one of the things the person said was like, the reason why we don't receive certain things is because we want to get abundance. Well, that's not how it works. We must come from abundance, okay? We must recognize that we are abundance before abundance actually come through. All right, so if you have this mind that you are going to sit and wait for abundance to come, you are going to be waiting for a very long time, my friends, right? And your home is speaking to you. You just have to learn how to speak to it, and I'm going to show you how to do that on this platform. I'm gonna give you tons of tips. I'm gonna give you so many ways that we can do this, whether you live in a studio or you have a single home, or you are just renting a room. You are going to have the ability to understand, okay, so how can I utilize my space and communicate with my space to be able to welcome that energy, right? There's a saying that many people use, right? You know, cleanliness is godliness, and that is very true. And most of the time our space is looking like our mind condition. Didn't we not know that, right? So many of us don't know that, but it's so true, right? So we need to see, are we allowing source to come into our home? Pure chi is source in its finest, in its cleanest, in its purest, right? And you need to be able to purify your state, your vibration, your frequency, in order for source to even want to come and pay you a visit. Right? But source is here just waiting on you to be able to move out the way to allow the magic to enter your space. So this is why every now and again I like to come out to nature, and I like to just breathe in, and this helps me honestly to remember that my source is abundance, that my source lacks nothing, okay? And so whenever you feel like you lack something, you have to look at your home, because there is something that the home is expressing to you, whether it's through your leakage, whether it's through a drainage, right? Whether it's through some clogging or the windows not working. Just recently, right, the windows in where I live, in my dwelling, were not working. There was a few of them, and I didn't know that, and I didn't allow myself to be aware of that. And those are the eyes of your home, right? And they are just shut, so they cannot see. And just recently it got fixed, and you should have felt the energy that poured in as a result of that, right? So it's so many things that we are just not aware of that we must learn, and we must take ownership and full responsibility of that, not blaming other people or waiting for other people to come and fix what you need to be doing, okay? What you need to be doing. And guess what, guys? It's not too late. Doesn't matter if you're just finding out about feng shui or energy alignment right now. I am on this platform your energy alignment expert, and I have been professionally helping people physically with a physical body, right? I've been in this study of energy for over 20 years, my friends, over 20 years. And my students have shown so much improvement, so much healing through their own bodies, that as a result, they go home, they have energy to clean, to organize. I had this one lady said, you know what, just coming to have a session with you for once a week, I have all this energy to clean my house and to organize it and everything. I just cannot stop coming. This is really, really good, right? So she recently moved, and she's like, I wish I was back in New York. Because she wished she could meet with me and be able to do certain things to realign her home. All right, guys. So anyway, I just wanted to come here to introduce myself as your energy alignment expert on this platform, where I will be using principles and tips on feng shui, Taoism, levels of consciousness to really help you raise the lux of your home, because your home wants to vibrate for you. It wants to work for you, okay? Your home is ready and it's screaming, is crying for your attention. And I think the time is now. So join me on this platform as we create magic in helping you discover the language of your home. Let's start listening. Bye, guys.